Hey, don't forget to subscribe and like, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thanks.
I put it on. The lights are still bothering me and stuff. So I have good news. I found a neurologist, and I saw her yesterday. She was everything that I wanted a doctor to be. Very amiable, kind, patient, very knowledgeable about her craft, and just explained everything in layman's terms about what she was going to order for me, the result, the test, and why, the medication she wants me on. Everything was fine until and listen, I don't go looking for stuff, but stuff finds me. And I do I did mention to her that I have I had a prior addiction to prescription pills, and I don't want to go back to that state. And I'm very leery about taking certain medications. And one key thing is to I want a doctor or a primary care physician, a nurse practitioner to be on the same page with me as far as knowing that I do herbal remedies. So it's very important when you have a healthcare practitioner that you are not only honest with them about your health history, past medical um, issues, family um, predispositions, and the history of your family members, but as far as what you're taking, what you're using, why you're using it, and this creates an open dialogue as far as how your health would look, or how he or she can address the needs that you have. Okay, and you should know that certain things that you take can conflict and cause an adverse reaction with medications he or she may order for you. So I was just like, yeah, I believe in complementary medicine or herbal remedies. I've been taking a few things that has helped me, but then she pointed out, well, your head still hurts. I said, listen, the medications that you're prescribing, there's contraindications with it, as with herbs too, right? And she's like, these medications are FDA approved, and I understand you're into these herbal remedies, but these medications are FDA approved. And I had to bite my lip, my tongue, everything, because in my mind, if you did a prior video, my belief, these herbal remedies, marijuana, burdock, sea moss, dandelion, lavender, these things existed centuries before, years before you and I were even a fragment of anything, existed. And it existed before, and it didn't need to be FDA approved, But she was like, these are FDA approved, these medications I'm prescribing for you. And I said, I just, I'm just very leery of it. And I do understand that some doctors aren't with people taking herbal remedies and supplements, moringa, all these things I take and I believe in. I got to be more consistent, yeah. But black seed oil, that has done amazing for myself and my child with his asthma as well. So she ordered a nerve conduction test, she ordered an MRI, and there's 3 medications that she wants me to take. 2 for my migraine and 1 for my nerve pain and everything. So everything was great until, remember I said that? So then it came to, on the paperwork that they gave me, they asked me where was my pharmacy and, all that stuff. I put down my pharmacy's name, and then she's like, well, there's a pharmacy closer by. We're going to send it there. And the MRI, it's right by the pharmacy. You can go and make an appointment there. You can do everything there. And I said, but I don't want to do everything there. I have a pharmacy. She's like, no. These ones are thorough. They're going to have your medication. If your pharmacy doesn't have the medication and we have to call it in, it's going to be a $25 charge for us to call it in. And I said, but I have my own pharmacy I like to go to. And I want you to send it there. No, it's more thorough. And they know their stuff. And I want you to go to this place because they will have everything we need, and they do great business. So she's Indian. And one thing about Indian people or Asian diaspora, they look out for each other, which is a great thing. So when I was thinking about who she wanted to send my medication to, or what facility, I was just like, oh, these medications are going to be much higher. And these are her people, which is fine. Good business is good business, right? But then I said to her, Doc, I was very calm. And very slowly, I told her, I have PTSD, doc. There's a certain routine I have. There's certain places that I go to pick up my stuff. There's certain things that are structured in my life because I don't want to be triggered. And she turned to her assistant and said, okay, we can have her medications sent to her pharmacy. That's okay. Is it listed down? We'll send everything to your pharmacy. And I said, thank you. And then she said, well, do the MRI here because they're University of Maryland trained. They're very thorough. All neurologists are not created the same, and they're not going to read it the same way, and it may not be as thorough, and they may miss some things. And I said, okay, doc, okay. But once I got those referrals, I went to go look for my people or where I'm used to doing my stuff. But I do understand what she's saying about certain readings that neurologists do. Some are more thorough than others. I do agree with that. Okay.
On s'est rencontrés, j'avais pas l'objet, j'avais tous les mecs sur le bas côté. Fais belle et tu vas taper. Je suis rendu, prends-moi cadeau. Un record qu'on m'a traité, y'a comme un truc qu'on m'a fait. Je suis le faux pasteur et c'est ma conscience qui m'a dit. Ok, je suis la cible, je prends tout le packaging. Je suis ok, tête et tu le passes, pas adouci le bail. Comment faire de ma tête en l'air? J'ai plus le contrôle, tête et tu le passes. Comment faire de ma tête en l'air? Tu me voulais, tu m'as eu, il a fallu te prouver ton amour. Tu me voulais, tu m'as eu, il a fallu te prouver ton amour. Ah oui, la tête, bébé de l'enquête. Fini mon tête, moi je fais la vie de rêve. Ah oui, la tête, bébé de l'enquête.
So, I know I use terms that you may not have understood what some of they were or some they are. You know what I'm trying to say. All right, so the Food and Drug Administration, an abbreviation, is called FDA. It was created in 1906 to enforce the Pure Food and Drug Act of 1906. The mission is to prevent the manufacture, sale, or transportation of adulterated or misbranded food and drugs. So basically, this was created to make sure that you're getting what you're supposed to get. It is made how it's supposed to be made, and it won't kill you, it won't harm you or maim you. All right? And if the FDA did not exist, our public health could be at serious risk because there are drugs, food, cosmetics, and medical devices that would be largely unregulated. And we don't want it unregulated because you will be getting any and everything. You'll be putting insect bugs on your face, feces of the cow, on your brushing your teeth with that. It would be very potential, leading to greater risk of harm to you. All right, complementary medicine refers to a group of therapeutic and other disciplines that are used alongside conventional medicine. So conventional medicine is pain management. Medications you're giving for pain management are to help with any symptoms you have for a particular diagnosis. It's lab work, blood work, it's therapy, rehabilitation, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, music therapy, art therapy, speech therapy, whatever therapy. So this is considered conventional medicine. But when we talk about complementary, they're more so holistic. These things include massage, meditation, biofeedback, Tai Chi, Reiki, music therapy, and dietary supplements. These approaches aim to enhance the effectiveness of tradition of treatments, and improve overall health and well-being. Okay? So I believe in holistic health. And when I was doing occupational therapy and doing my lymphedema therapy, it was always about holistic health. How's your diet? I'm going to give you this therapy, these exercises to do, but your diet is just as important. Your mental health, how are you treating yourself, self-care, just as important. Yo, this workout took me out. Me on the floor was after doing the fourth round of this. Remember your power.